Yeah, that's right, I forgot another soldier over there.
Yeah, like that,
I'm
Red
certain
Bulls.
is familiar.
Like this big.
Alright, I think it's 6 o'clock, so let's open the meeting up. We'll start with, let's see, Booth. Yeah, why don't we start with you? I'm just thinking of Booth, Sam, we've gotta have an extended conversation, I believe, right?
I guess so.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how extended
Thanks, sir.
it is, actually. Thank you, and then I know, yeah.
Well, these pretty little colored things.
Alright, so last month we had 9 incidents, 3 arrests, 2 accidents, 125 citations, and 527 calls for service. So they're starting to go up as the warm weather comes. They're actually lower than they would have been. Our radars were uncertified for 18 days, so we couldn't stop cars for speed.
Yep.
We got no information from state police, so I don't know if they responded to any in that month. The other information, some of these classes we already talked about last month, that we're hosting the field training officer, cognitive interview, detecting deception. We're also doing a child sexual exploration investigations in November. And the officers had about 23 hours of training in the last month. The next page is the speed data from Hackleboro Road. So the enforcement rating is high, means people are speeding on Hackleboro. By Abbott Road. Fastest speed was 53, 41% were enforceable violations.
Yeah,
So almost 50% of the cars driving down Hackleboro Road are cooking along.
well, they are cooking. I wish we had been there 10 minutes ago when the giant truck with the trailer went up doing about, I don't know. Don't wanna say what they were doing. But interesting, okay.
Next page is Shaker Road, again, enforceable rating is high. So out of 4,500 vehicles, 1,200 of them were enforceable violations. Highest speed was 66, and that was at the north end of Shaker Road. Next one is Southwest Road, so that was low, only 7%. So 300 vehicles out of 4,000 were enforceable. By enforceable, so this one's 10 miles per hour over the speed limit. So that's actually not that bad on Southwest Road. But the
And how
highest-
long do you put it at each place?
Typically a week.
A week? Okay.
Yeah. Fastest speed on Southwest Road was 80.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was cooking right along. And that was between Kimball Pond and Center Road. Okay.
Does it give you time?
We have that, it's just, it gives us a bunch,
Yeah.
so we have it, so we know when we should be out there. Last one was Kimball Pond. Surprisingly, there was 5,500 vehicles on Kimball Pond Road in the last week. So that was more than Southwest Road. In a week.
It's a lot of cars.
Yeah. Not speeding, 1% enforceable violations. But the fastest speed was 75 miles an hour. And I looked, by the parking area there. And I looked, the only vehicle on for us, cause I thought maybe Jordan was going to a call. He was at a call, but it wasn't anywhere near that. So it wasn't Jordan going somewhere. So I don't know who it was, but it was at 3 in the afternoon on Saturday.
No, that wasn't me.
Do you know which direction they were going?
I can look, it will tell me what direction. I didn't get into it too much,
Crazy.
but for
What if that
speeding
was the same
wise,
person doing a, 71 on Baptist Hill? Was that one of the
yeah.
last ones?
Right.
Wow.
But speeding wise, there's not much speeding going on Kimball Pond. Like I said, 44 vehicles out of almost 5,500 are traveling
Yeah, but
more than 10
on
miles
something
an hour.
like Hackleboro, there was a lot less traffic and, a substantial number of people you could have, that were
Well,
speeding.
less traffic, so there's only, there's 1,300 vehicles analyzed, and 542 of them were over the speed limit that we would normally stop for. So,
So does that mean you put a car there for a while or what?
so we'll look at the times and see when the high traffic times are that people are speeding, and we'll try and have a car out there.
Okay, thank you. Wasn't you.
Definitely wasn't me. I drove 26.
Yeah, Calvin doesn't really go fast, I've seen Calvin drive, he's pretty good. But 53 on Hackleboro's,
That's
that's
pretty quick.
cooking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially
Narrow
coming down by
road, it's a
Abbott.
dirt road,
Abbott is right
Yeah.
where
That
it starts to
wide
get curvy.
yep.
Yeah, that's. thank you, I've heard from a bunch of neighbors there about that, so that'll be good to know. Yeah,
Alright, questions?
no, thank you, this is good.
When are we, yeah, I was just
So
gonna,
do you wanna go on this now?
yeah, we can as well, yep.
The police chief, finished his report. I looked it over, thought it was okay. I didn't know if there's anything else you guys wanted in it, and how you want to proceed.
Thoughts? From our movie.
I read it through 3 times and I still think I might need a diagram. But that's just me. Part of the problem was the military time, but I figured
Oh,
that,
I'm sorry.
I figured it out, that's all right. It was fine, but I guess there's so many moving pieces between towns that are slightly bigger than us, towns that are slightly smaller, part-time versus full-time, how many, it's a lot to, digest. So I don't think I have any questions except, when I was reading through your original, the introduction, why is the part-time officer restricted to evening hours during the week and has to call out during the inclement weather?
He has a full-time job.
Okay. Does anyone else call out during the inclement weather?
No.
If you're full-time, you don't get to?
You don't get to figure out, no. So if you're full-time,
Oh,
this is your full-time job. If they call out, it's because they're sick, and then I can't question that, but they've never called out because, well, no one has.
Okay,
But our part-timer, his full-time job is plowing and maintenance and.
oh,
so-
okay, then that makes sense.
Right.
Alright, thank you. That was the. No, it's just. No, I think I'm good.
Comment?
Yeah, my other question, I didn't know if we were gonna break down the data more on the calls or if we were just doing numbers.
I can
Or if
try
we
and
could,
break
I
them,
didn't know if it's,
I don't know if I can, that was the problem.
Okay.
Hmm.
That, I was able to break it down by, times. I wasn't able to break it down by what the call exactly is.
Did you want time or type?
I thought we were looking at both, but again, we weren't, when we discussed it, we weren't sure what the logging system, I think, was capable of doing or how it was logged, which is why I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I can work on it and see if I can figure out.
That was my other
Yeah.
question, other than, everything else is pretty
Yeah, cause most of those calls are gonna be, traffic stops and, we don't get a lot of felony calls. When it's late at night, let's say we get off at 11, you're not gonna have a lot of traffic stops from 10 to 11, because now if they get a traffic stop with the rest, they're gonna be staying late. So you tend to just do your paperwork at night and respond to calls typically from that last hour. So anything that's on that last sheet that we had, the graph. So like the 2200, 2339, so for, we'll say 2025, all those calls are typically calls that came in. They're not calls of them making traffic stops, because they're not making traffic stops after 10 o'clock at night. Unless it's a car all over the road and they really had no choice. And the ones that went late, like the midnight to 02 for like 2018, again, we had people on until 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 in the morning sometimes. So yes, they were making stops later in the night.
So then hypothetically, if you were to say, we're only gonna cover till 8 o'clock, that bell curve would shift to the right, to the 2-hour window prior. It would be the same, you see the same data.
We would have calls, but they wouldn't be as high, yes.
Okay,
Yes, they would definitely drop because we're not out there making stops.
right.
So they would definitely drop down.
Yeah, that was my only question, was if there was a way to deviate, what the calls were.
Yeah,
or-
so let's just say we decided 8 o'clock at night, so we do 8 in the morning to 8 at night. You're gonna see our total calls for service drop too. You're also gonna see, you might see crime go up, only because people are gonna know from 8 o'clock at night till 8 in the morning, nobody's on in Canterbury.
Right.
unfortunately, criminals, as stupid as they are, they talk. So they know where they can go, where they can park in an empty parking lot and get away with stuff. You know, they can't go to Concord because Concord patrols. They can't do the parking rides because state police monitors those. But Salisbury, you know, Bosquen after 2, Northfield after 2 AM, Canterbury after 11. They know where they can go at certain times.
And then
Oh, sorry.
no, go
No, I was
ahead.
going to
In fact,
say
a good
that-
example
and
of that is if you look at Antrim on the second page of my report. In 2021, they had 3,100 calls for service. I couldn't find their 2023, and in 2025, they had 12,000 calls for service. Because they went full-time, 24 hours a day.
Gotcha.
And a lot of their calls are going to Hillsborough. It's not in Antrim. Apparently they.
So it's not that there's a lot less going on, I guess this is what I have to wrap my head around. Not that there's not a lot less going on, it's just you can't count it because there's nobody there to count it.
Just remember, law enforcement is a proactive career field,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
reactive. So the more officers you have, the more hours you cover, the more calls for service you're gonna have.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna have the officers doing more.
But that need will still be there whether you're on or not.
The need's always gonna be there whether we're on or off.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just how much the town wants it.
Have you given any thought, I know you talk about a 5th officer, how you would schedule that 5th officer?
Mhm.
What would you do?
Yeah, I put it right in there. It's called the Panama schedule. So it's 2 days on, 2 days off, 3 days on, 2 days off, 2 days on, 3 days off.
Okay, so that would be with the 5th officer though?
Yes.
Okay,
So, and the thing with that is, so if somebody calls out sick, somebody's on vacation or
Yeah.
whatnot, during the week, it wouldn't be an issue because I'd be there to cover the day shift. So they might have to shift, if the evening guy calls out sick, day shift would have to work evening that day.
yeah,
Weekends, they would just shift their hours to cover the majority of the day because they're working 12-hour shifts.
yeah,
So they'd be working, it's a 7-day schedule out of 14. They'd be working 6 12s and 1 8, I think is what I did the math on. And they have overlapping coverage during that, if you look at that scale, that majority of the calls for service are, I think it's at midnight or noon to 8.
okay,
There'd be overlapping coverage on the high call
Yeah.
time. So that's when most of the traffic is and most of the calls come in, because most people are up, that's when they're calling the cops.
yeah. And then as we've discussed, if we can ever come up with that unicorn of a part-time patrol officer, you know, that's available at any point.
Right, you could get them on a set schedule, then we wouldn't really need it.
Yeah.
But the 5th full-timer, unless this town sees some huge drastic increase in population, I think that would set the town up for the next 25, 30 years with no added personnel. I don't see the growth.
Yeah.
You know, in the last 30 years, I think the growth went up,
200 people.
yeah, like 200 people.
Yeah.
And if that continues the same,
Yeah,
like I said, you'll get another 25, 30 years easily with just that 5th full-timer.
yeah. All right, any other questions at this point?
I guess the problem would be finding a 5th full-timer when we can't find our 4th full-timer.
Well, and
I got 2 right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
We had the test on Sunday.
Oh, good.
Physical test. So I just gotta narrow it down to the one.
Okay,
that's a good dilemma to have.
Yes, exactly.
It really
Good.
is.
okay,
And then obviously, if we look at a 5th full-time, it wouldn't be for this year's
No.
budget. But I think it does bear further discussion, so.
Well, if we get the 4th full timer, does the part-time go away right away, or how does that get phased out once there's a 5th full timer?
So as it is right now, I'm budgeted for the 4th full-timer and the part-timer. 5th full-timer, part-timer's gone. I don't need it. I would obviously like to talk to Chris, I don't want to just say, hey, sorry, see you later. You know what I mean, cause
Yeah.
he was originally hired to just do details and he stepped up for us.
Yeah.
Way more than he was anticipating. So I'd like to give him some notice,
Yeah,
obviously.
although,
But for that matter, like, let's just say I hired one of these people that just tested, they're not gonna be on their own until probably January. So come March next year, if the town decides, hey, we're gonna do the fifth one, it's gonna be January 2028 before that person's on their own. That's, if they're non-certified, if they're certified, different story.
Right. I think you could also make an argument for keeping them part-time. They cost us almost nothing. The outfit of the uniform, et cetera, but that's it. If they don't
I mean, I
work,
could
they
keep
don't
them
pay.
on for details.
Yeah,
Yeah, I could do that, that way it's not
Well-
costing the town anything, he's just making the town money.
And he's already outfitted.
Yeah, he is,
Correct.
he's already outfitted.
well, I'm also thinking, not just details, but, somebody gets activated,
Yep,
um,
but again, unfortunately, like I said with Chris, he can't work Monday through Friday days,
right,
he doesn't wanna work weekends.
I'm still hoping for that unicorn
Well,
of a
yeah.
part-timer.
right, yes, I could I could technically
Yeah.
keep the position there, and if
Yeah.
we find somebody that's willing to just be that, hey, I can fill in when you need it.
Yeah, you need
Right.
a retired cop,
But again, I still gotta pay them to come in for training, there's mandatory
True
training they
enough.
gotta do,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So it's not as simple as, hey, we haven't needed you this year, but we still
Right.
gotta pay them to come in for
right,
overtime.
yeah,
Overtime, but training, and again, trying to get them to come in, not easy. So,
Can I just make sure I understand that if and when we have 5 full-time officers, we'll have 24-hour coverage?
no, the town's never gonna need 24.
Okay,
It's just,
but we'll have enough coverage.
so like right now, next week, nobody's gonna be here. I hate saying this one.
Don't say that.
I'm gonna say it, it's cause
Yeah.
Monday and Tuesday during the day, cause I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
And our overtime budget's just not big enough, and even then, I can't force them to work on their days off. Okay, if we had the fifth full-timer, it would be covered.
Right, okay.
So right now, we're relying on state police to come if something happens. And if it's something that they don't deem an emergency, it'll just get put into a fax and sit on our fax machine until, because Jordan will be here in the afternoon, he's in training during the day on Monday.
Okay.
So when he comes in, he'll get the fax, so it could have happened at 7, 8 in the morning, and he'll deal with it when he comes in. So, but if it's an emergency, yes, state police will come as soon as they can.
So with 4 full-time, we're still
We
have
will
some,
always have somebody on. Barring an emergency, like massive,
no, I mean, with 5,
activation.
we'll always have somebody on, but
Yes.
with 4, we'll still have holes.
yeah, I wanna, myself and Mike are still in the army. So
Right.
God forbid something happens and they activate both of us, yes, we'll only have 3
Okay.
people, but I don't see that happening, so.
alright.
So what next?
Well, what I'm thinking next is, we've still
Oh, thank
got-
you for putting this all together, by the way, of
Yeah,
course,
yeah,
thank you.
it was,
I wanted it done before I left for vacation, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't
exactly.
want to sit.
So I think that, we need to look at the salary structure. I think that's probably the biggest thing that we've gotta decide on.
Yeah, it was tough, cause there's no towns that are our size with the call volume
Right.
that have zero businesses.
What would the potential hire be coming in at on your proposed scale system?
So to start, they'd be at 27 and some change until they go to the academy, or no,
So they'd be bottom.
Oh, yeah,
They're
yeah,
not coming
yeah,
out of
no,
tier.
they're bottom, cause they're
Wait a
not
minute, this
certified.
isn't talking about the guys that you have 2 candidates for, this is talking about a
No,
hypothetical
no,
someone.
but we're talking about one of the candidates, because we have to,
Oh, okay,
we have to look at the 5-year structure and
Yeah.
say, where do we
So the
fit
people
in?
that tested,
yeah,
they're not certified, so
Okay.
they'll actually come in below the step 1, because you have the academy pay, then you have the FTO pay, then you have step 1. So it's 27, then when they're on FTO, it's 28, and then on their own, they'll go to that step 1. So,
So it'll be a while.
yeah, it's,
Yeah.
yeah, and the next academy's not till August, I think, is the next one actually is May 1st, and they'll never get in that one.
So you'd be looking at a full-time officer, not even ready till this time next year, potentially.
No, cause we can get their FTO done before they can go to the academy,
Oh, okay.
so they can get right on FTO.
Okay.
So I did that in Hooksett, I finished my FTO before I even went to the academy. So when they graduate the academy, they'll get a good quick 2-week kind of refresher, and then they'll be on their own.
We probably couldn't get through the process in time for the May Academy either.
No, the background alone takes about
Exactly.
2.5, 3 months.
Yep.
So it wouldn't really affect
Well, we budgeted for it anyway,
budget.
Yeah,
so I
It's
have the money
always-
for this officer. It's,
Okay.
yeah,
if they
it's
decide to do the
budget.
fifth full timer, that's something we'd have to bring up for next year.
Right,
And if they voted in next, like if we decide, or if you guys decide we wanna try, put it in the budget for next year, we can vote on it in March, and then I do the same thing like this year, I have another test. So,
but I think we need to decide, the officers that are on already, the salary structure, for that.
Are we gonna do it contractually, or we figured that out yet, or is it just gonna be,
Question.
you know, I think we gotta figure that one out too.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to answer that question as well as, nail down what, you know, what the structure is gonna consist of, so. So why don't in the next 2 weeks, we decide on the contract question? And at least I would ask everybody to come in to that meeting with some type of salary schedule. I think that'll at least give us a springboard for discussion.
So that'll be for May 4th?
Correct.
Okay. Do we need to hash it out before then?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think each of us needs some time to consider. And we've also got the chief as well. So be thinking about that also.
Yeah, I think I'm going to just rework,
Okay. And Cal, you've got that for the next, yeah.
Chief, do you have all these, this data not as a PDF?
which,
Everything that you have here as far as the different, salaries, do you have this as a Word document?
I don't know which one you're looking at.
I'm looking at the one that you had, with the schedule of shift coverage and the
The report.
Oh, my
the
report?
yes.
No, all I have is Word document, that's what I typed up.
Oh, okay,
We sent it as a PDF.
can I
Oh, I
get-
have a Word document, I can
Can
send
I
that to
get
you.
it as a Word document, only because I wanna rearrange the columns so they make more sense to me?
Yeah, I sent it to
Which is silly, but
Ken, he
that's,
sent it to you guys.
I can send that.
thank
Oh, you
you,
got it?
please,
Okay.
yeah, I need to look at it differently so I can think of it
Yeah.
properly
All right,
in my brain, okay,
okay, so that'll be the assignment for next, the next meeting.
okay,
Does anybody have any further questions for the chief?
I think so,
Okay.
but we can call you if we do, right?
Individually.
Only till Friday,
Right.
Okay, until
Yeah,
Friday,
he's
and
gonna
then-
be away.
alright,
Alright?
taking off.
alright,
Alright.
tell them while you can,
Thank you.
thank you, Justin.
Alright,
Sam?
yep. Sorry, Sam.
Surprise.
Paid property tax receivables. And the lien is going in on Thursday afternoon, so folks are starting to come in and they're aware that it's Thursday afternoon.
Yep.
For the 2025 taxes.
I think we ask this every time, nothing from Simbari.
Christy came in on Wednesday.
Yep.
I was out, but I
Okay,
caught her in the hallway because I was registering a dog. And she said she was gonna come back in and talk to me on Thursday and she never did. So
alright.
she is aware of the problem and she did not come back,
Okay,
so
how about Beulah?
nothing.
Do we have, buffering elsewhere on the agenda or just?
No, it's on here.
Yeah.
I think I sent you guys
Yeah.
the email
Yeah.
that we received from the attorney.
Yeah.
I think at this point, we're gonna proceed as we would normally proceed. And,
I agree.
so then when Sam deeds the property, it'll be up to you guys to either accept it or not, and then, we'll go that way.
Sam, will you be deeding only Lover?
Unless Simberry doesn't
Yeah.
pay, then
Yeah.
those are gonna be the questions.
Just wondering, you know, that,
Yeah, June 28th, I think, is my deeding date that I've set.
yeah,
So I'll be in, I specifically set that date so that it would be in line with the selectmen's,
yeah,
so June 15th.
okay.
The deeding date is June 15th?
No, the June 15th is the third Monday in June. That would be the date that I would need answers by, is June 15th.
Right.
June 28th is a Sunday, so it must be June 29th is Monday. Yeah, it's at the very end of June.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Thank you.
questions for me?
No, thank you.
Cool, thank you.
Alrighty, thanks.
Hi, John. What do you got? Bad news, I hear.
We'll start with the dump, the fire department, thank you very much, unplugged the test well up there,
Yay.
Yeah, I heard it went pretty well.
yeah,
Bit
did.
messy, but,
Ken was concerned about mowing the dump. I asked the gentleman to give me a price, he did, but he's really concerned about mowing knotweed, seeing as we do not mow knotweed, which is like 80% of the dump. So had to think about spraying it or something to treat it. Our thoughts is wait till it flowers so that it's drawing down, not pushing out, and then we'll mow it then. And steam clean his equipment. Packer's working well.
good.
Gentleman's been up numerous times to look at the hydraulic system for that next step.
Yeah.
They still don't have a plan. Still looking for a vendor because there's too much cardboard in the mixed paper.
Yeah, John, quick question, if we could go back to the Packer, are you able to go a week?
We did this last week.
That's what, how do
We
you go?
still had another foot on the headboard to go.
Oh, wow, okay, that's good then.
So that was good, because I think it was a busy
yeah,
weekend, the weather was good, and
Yeah.
people in cleanup mode.
good,
If you look at the burn pit, they're definitely in cleanup mode.
yeah.
Are they keep coming to look at the hydraulics because it's an issue, or just because?
No, they're trying to set up so we can plug in, run it electrically.
But you said they've been there a couple of times, is that just normal?
He's trying to figure it out.
Alright,
We don't have a schematic or anything from the dealer,
oh, okay,
so they're trying to figure out what the gallons permitted is, what the flow is. They want it to operate as in the same amount of speed and everything and pressure as it would if it's hooked to, if it's the PTO that's working instead of a hydraulic pump. So they're trying to do calculations to determine what they're gonna need for the pump.
and they can't, I mean, one would think one could Google the schematics of that Packer truck, but no, I guess not.
They know the manufacturer, so they're gonna probably, they contact them and see.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
And there's a possible new hire for the dump, which we're excited about.
Yeah, good,
So hopefully, we're not to cover Saturdays right now.
yeah,
Highway side, T3 and T7 have returned from their dealer garage vacations. Expensive.
Yeah,
You haven't seen the loader around because it's up at the shop, we have add a little steel to the bucket. It's kind of been screening whatever you're trying to load into the bucket due to the holes. Little thin. Grading dirt roads as we can, there's still some soft spots out there, and you've probably seen the road postings came down last week.
yeah,
We have beavers working at Scales Road, nothing new there. And we're trying to do cemetery cleanup. Guys are on the blowers. We started our summer schedule, so Fridays were basically not here, but still a phone call. Little cold this morning,
yeah,
so we heated by the used oil.
oh, good, okay, good,
excellent,
That ran good.
good,
Questions for me?
Yeah, do you ever reach out to the Conservation Commission to talk about that knotweed, because they've been dealing with it down at the Riverland?
It's just been told to me that, no, we're not happy about spraying, so I just leave it.
Alright.
I'd love to spray. Expensive, I
Well, no,
would
they've got
imagine.
they've got the gent who did the whole calculation about the absolute least amount of
I
herbicide.
know a
that-
homeowner is working on his property on Old Tilton by injection, and it's taken him quite a while, but he
Yeah.
has knocked it down considerable.
Okay. I'll check in with Conservation next time I'm down there, see if they have any new news for you.
They're not so much knotweed, they're more the other invasives.
No, bittersweet is everywhere,
Yeah.
but, yeah,
Yeah.
crazy, okay,
Yep. Alright, thanks, Jen.
thank
I
you.
thought something was coming back.
No,
Nope.
no, this all sounds, except for the expensive repairs for our
Mm,
truck vacations.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, I don't know, do you wanna mention the water tank?
Sure, go ahead.
Oh,
So the water
Bad news
article,
he
Monday.
the water
he dares
tank,
you.
I tried to get an update, and he finally called me back today.
Oh, this is the slide-in?
This is a sliding unit, apparently where they're getting it from is gonna be at least $1,000 more than what they quoted us, and they're not happy about this. So, it's gonna be a few days, they're trying to finagle with their vendor to honor what numbers they were working with
Yeah.
for the setup.
So we had a written quote for us, a price from them, so
Yeah.
good luck to them, but.
Alright. Yay.
Never know how the fine print works out on these things.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Jen. Alright, can I see
Okay.
next, I think,
Library, Rachel will not be here,
okay,
she has a trustees meeting.
Okay.
Fire chief is.
Yep.
away on
Yep.
vacation.
alright. So we're not gonna talk about the HVAC issue then?
Other than, I had gotten an email from Rachel and said that they're having problems with two of the three furnaces there.
Yeah.
And they were getting quotes from a couple of vendors to
Yeah,
see what.
okay. Okay, alright, sounds good.
'Cause they were
Maybe
they were-
Donna coming?
So the garden club would respectfully ask to be postponed to the next meeting.
Oh, okay,
Canterbury's finance just took away one of Canterbury's finest to the ER, so
Oh,
oh,
so she's
Okay.
en route to the emergency room at
understood,
the moment.
okay, of course, yeah.
So she fell.
Okay.
So anyway, if we could get
Of course you
rescheduled for in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
yeah,
Is that
Okay.
okay?
yeah,
Of course it is.
Okay, do we need to call to confirm or is it?
No, I got it.
Yeah.
Dad's
See you
on
then.
it.
Okay.
Thanks for letting us know.
Yeah.
Pass good healing thoughts along.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Alright,
Trucks and neighbors.
yeah,
So can we back up to the library for a second? Am I correct in remembering that the furnace was like doing great and hopefully it was going to go great for a while, but now it's not? Is that the,
So there's three furnaces over there.
yeah,
And apparently two of them, stopped working for some reason. So she was gonna have somebody come in and look at them,
yeah,
but she's also having two different vendors look at the replacement or determine what the lifespan is and
yeah,
okay.
alright, you wanna move up to,
start signing
start
stuff.
signing, yeah. So are you waiting to talk to us or just
Whenever I get a chance.
come have a seat?
Your chances now.
Yeah, this is as good a time as any.
Donald Paray, 19 Old Gilmanton Road. So, we've got some issues over there that I'm just wanna make sure that you guys are aware of, there's some bunch of culverts that are backing up by Friar Tuck and, Canterbury Shore.
Okay,
To the point where there's a guy, his house, the water level's starting to come up his foundation. We wanna replace the culverts, but I don't know if we need to talk to John about this, or are we on our own?
They're not town maintained roads, so.
That's not what I'm,
Yeah,
I
the
understand
only
that
thing,
part.
the only thing you would have to do. The only thing you would have to do is, the state requires anybody working on a culvert to get some kind of certification. I don't know if that applies to private developments or not. I know our highway employees have to have, certification from the state to replace and maintain culverts. Don't know with private developments, I can check into that. As far as the highway department, you checking with John, you don't need to check with John.
Okay, so the person that we're gonna hire to do this, hopefully he's certified to do culverts.
Probably.
And then we're just gonna go down that route and, we'll answer to it if we have to. Is that okay?
Yeah.
It's a private, like you said, it's a.
Private development,
It's an associate, yep, so.
yeah,
Right,
Does the town maintain Old Gilmanton past Nottingham?
no,
No? I'm talking about Old Gilmanton that goes up the hill.
Yep.
You don't maintain that?
at the intersection is where the town stops when we go.
It stops right there, okay.
It is maintained by the people who live up there, but the town doesn't do it.
The town, okay, because there's a lot of water issues right there that are coming off and affecting Nottingham. And again, culverts and ditches.
It is still a town road, it's a class 6 road, so if there is something going on that the people that are maintaining it are causing a problem, then the town would be involved with that.
Yeah, okay. What is the width of a class 6 road?
What's the width?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
yeah. I'm not sure there is a,
Yeah.
I can go Google one.
Uh, Calvin?
Got my,
And the reason I say that is I'm gonna bring up what I brought up last year when I showed up here. The knotweed on Old Gilmanton Road is a problem. It's a major problem. The road becomes 14 feet wide. You can barely get 2 vehicles through there at that point.
Yeah.
And the reason I came last year was my wife, because of the dust, we had no water at the end. So she would go to the mailbox and on the way back, a car came through, causing a bunch of dust. So she came, and then another vehicle came and just about hit her, because the road's not wide enough.
No,
Who would maintain the knotweed? Would that be the road department? Would that be John? Is that something we can handle?
Yeah.
Can we tackle it ourselves?
If
I just don't wanna do something
if
if,
it's not,
if
it
we're not allowed
should, it should be the town.
Right.
The town would be responsible for that.
so last year, by not having anybody take care of it at all,
That's what.
somebody went through there with a weed whacker.
Mm.
And that's the last thing you wanna do with knotweed.
so they spread it.
Right. So can I give him a call tomorrow and ask him if I can take care of it myself at this point? What do you think he's gonna say?
What he has been doing is, pushing it down with the backhoe bucket,
Mm-hmm.
just flattening it, so it doesn't come out into the road.
Right.
But that's all he's really been doing with it.
That doesn't do us anybody any favors, cause that stem, once it breaks.
Right, I know, it's multiplies.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
better than shredding it and spreading it around.
right,
Well,
And
the
I-
road width is only 20 feet, minimum.
what's that, a class
Fifty-five?
six?
This is 20 feet. They recommend 20 foot of
Okay,
maintenance.
so 14 feet's a little under,
Little under, but there's no requirement, they just recommend 20 feet for 2 cars to pass.
recommendation,
But it's not, it's not enforced,
okay.
and that's at the state level.
Because I know
Yeah,
that
here it
if
doesn't
you
even
decided
say
to pull a
anything.
tape measure down Old Gilmanton Road, you're not gonna have 20 feet anywhere.
No.
Because there's oak trees that are
Yep.
not 20 feet around, but they're in the road. they're pretty much in the road. When I bought my property, I took a bunch, a lot of them have been taken down. And, so we wanna tackle knotweed at the dam as well, but that I think belongs to the shakers, that's just, we're not even gonna bother, we're just gonna take it down. We're gonna cut it.
Don't tell us this.
Yeah.
I don't-
Well, no, we're bringing it to the dump, cause we've
Yeah.
asked and we can bring it to the dump. Is that still available? They burn it supposedly.
Probably why there's so much knotweed at the dump.
Well, it'd be nice if it was all in one spot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you burn it.
why don't we check on that?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
think- unfortunately, this is, as you well know, this has become a problem around, not just in Canterbury, all over.
Oh, no, everywhere.
And the state, I know the state highway department has one crew that tries to maintain knotweed on almost the whole state roads. And, they're allowed to spray it with a diluted, herbicide, but I don't know what the status of that is.
Yeah, I don't know if that's killing it, but.
Let me check into this to see what we can do, and see if the state's made any progress. I'll talk with our conservation commission and the state and see what we can do about the knotweed, not just on Old Gilmanton, but you were here
There are
when
a
John
number
said
of
it's up at
roads,
that
like
transfer
Lamprey
station.
is.
Yeah,
It's on Old Tilton Road, it's on,
It's everywhere.
there's a lot of places.
I mean, you drive down 132, which is
Yeah.
not as much in Canterbury as much when you get on the other end, on the other side of, by Walgreens, you
Right.
look at that way.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable out that way.
Yeah.
It's a lot of it.
Yeah.
So, at one point, the town gave Sherwood Forest a piece of property to put a cut through from Old Gilmanton down to Nottingham for emergency.
Yes.
What else do we need to do? Anything from this point? Are we, it's our property. Do we need permitting to cut down trees and all that?
No, the only thing we would do is talk to John about if you're gonna, as far as an entrance onto Old Gilmanton,
Yeah,
because that still is a town road, even though it's class 6 there. So he would wanna make sure that whatever you're gonna do doesn't affect drainage or something
Right.
like that. And I thought there was an agreement, and I'll go back and look. There was an agreement on some kind of gate or something to prevent people from using it.
it's only gonna be used for emergencies.
Right, but I thought there was something in the agreement that said that there was gonna be something preventing regular traffic.
Yeah, we're gonna put some type of a gate up.
Yeah, I thought in the agreement that that's.
I think you would need a culvert at the bottom, the top, I don't think you'd need it.
Yeah.
But that top, that's still controlled by the town, even though it doesn't belong to them?
It's class 6, still a class 6 road, still a town road.
Okay,
Even though the town doesn't maintain it,
Okay.
somebody else does,
okay.
the town still owns it.
I guess now there's a big question, I own all that property around the pond. Alright, so I've come up with a plan with it. All the abutters, I spoke to every one of them on Nottingham and on Old Gilmanton. They're ready to purchase, make a lot line adjustment to the pond. So that's like 10 people right there. I haven't approached anybody from Blue Boar. I was hoping to keep that one section where gravel road is, there's a couple feet under 300 feet.
Right.
And there'd be more than 3 acres. I may wanna get rid of that one as a lot, sell it to somebody. But do you guys have no issues with lot line adjustments?
That has to go to the planning board.
Okay.
And depending on how far under 300 you are. You know,
Oh,
sometimes.
no, I'm talking, I have 50 feet on Blue Boar
Yeah,
and 240 something on gravel. So we're, within 8-10 feet under.
yeah, that's definitely a planning board decision.
Right, okay. And I guess that's pretty much it, it's just a knotweed issue, I can't let that one go because of the safety issue.
Sure. Yeah. Ken, do you remember there was another private road where a group of people got together and they found a grant somewhere to partially pay for the culverts.
That was on,
That's Harmony?
Harmony Lane.
Yeah, you know about that?
No,
So there was a group, what, probably 4 years ago?
3 years ago.
Yeah,
That was a big, that was a
That was that
$300,000,
huge, yeah.
$300,000 culvert or something
Yeah.
like that. But they did get a grant.
we'll take 300,
Eh,
we'll take 300.
of course you.
yeah, but what ended up to be the problem money-wise at the end of that whole deal, because
I think it was more than 300,
It,
so.
it was, they got the grant.
they got the
but-
grant money.
They got the grant money, but they had also, the total cost of the project included money from the abutters, or
Right.
from, there was an association,
Mhm.
and some of the people in the association didn't pay. So they were trying to figure out how they could get them to pay.
Oh, so we're not the only association of people that pay?
Nope,
So, but there are grants available, to nonprofits, so if your association is nonprofit, there's grants available that could help with culverts potentially.
just a thought.
But would that get people's eyes out there looking at things? I just don't wanna open up a can of worms with, you know, if you look at it, you might think it's wetland. It's not wetland, it's wet because culverts are,
So if the person is certified to install the culvert, they know the rules and determine whether, if there's an existing culvert, typically, depends, but you may have to notify DES, New Hampshire
Okay.
DES. It depends on what it is. The town has to post when they're gonna replace a culvert, they have to post it, that they're replacing it, that's part of the rules. It
okay,
may be just as simple as posting that you're gonna replace the culvert. That, again, that's up to whoever the person is that's gonna replace it. If they're certified, they should know all the rules.
okay, because culvert replacement would be by KB Earthworks, and they're a reputable company, they do it all the time, and,
That would be a question you guys should probably ask them
okay.
and make sure that they're squared away on it. The problem you could run into is if they're not, and they do something, and then DES gets involved, then there's problems there.
Oh, yeah,
But if they're certified, then they should know all the rules. They should-
right, and it's the old metal,
Yeah.
and they're crushed, there's no water coming through anymore. I'm really surprised that the guy that's on the, we're gonna call it the south side of Canterbury Shore and Friar Tuck hasn't come here and complained to somebody, because there's no way he's not getting water in his basement. You know, you got a window and the water line's like right there, like at the basement, so it's, we wanna address it before it becomes an issue for that person, you know,
Yep.
if you try to sell a home, this doesn't work. Okay, well, that's all I have.
Yep, I have your contact information, so I'll look into this and get right back to you.
All right, appreciate
So
it.
I'm just curious, though, are you here as a resident or as a representing the association?
I'm here representing the Sherwood Forest Association.
Okay.
Cause I basically got roped in to take care of the roads out there.
Oh, what happened to, who was, who? No, not Jonas. Who was the
Well,
gentleman?
Jonas is like,
No, not
we don't have
Jonas.
a president anymore, he's basically an infill president right now, cause he stepped down, but nobody took the spot. We had a guy named John Mishno,
No, not John.
after that it was Jason.
Jason,
Oh,
that
no,
would be
no,
it.
no, no, no.
He's gone?
No, they didn't do a very good job,
Okay,
so,
that's the last person I saw, so
yeah,
you're,
they were there, but, so, so I took over last year.
so you're road crew.
Well, we're looking at the road crew. My tractor, my
Oh,
personal
okay.
tractor,
Yeah,
so.
Well, thank you, I just wanted to figure
Okay.
out
Yep,
all the moving pieces.
all right, well, thank you.
All right,
welcome.
thank
Good
you.
Lisa, you waiting to talk to us or just sit?
I'm here as a pair of ears.
Okay, good to see you,
Thank you.
and your ears.
And your ears.
Alright, let's get to signing. Alright, I have it's like an accounts payable manifest in the amount of $165,897.58.
So
Wow.
moved.
Second,
15 cents?
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, and the exact amount again is 165,897.58.
Wow, okay. Oh, wait, I
And I know, Ken, I did see the Packer in there, right?
It is.
Which is what accounts for the bulk of
yeah,
the amount, 17, yeah.
when do the repair bills come in?
The
Are they in here?
13,000 for Allegiance should probably be in there too.
Oh, and the auditors.
Yes.
Alright, next is a payroll manifest in the amount of $56,744.04.
That's so moved.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye. 4 cents.
4 cents.
Round up. I'm sorry, I never read this. You agreed to initiate a transfer only when you have enough money. Okay,
It's important.
that's very important.
Alright, next is an interfund transfer in the amount of, Cal, is this correct, 122.76?
Yes,
Okay.
so that's the remaining interest that was left in the Sam Lake House Capital Reserve Fund, which was closed by warrant article 2026-20. And so this is the remaining interest going into the ETF.
Okay, we don't need a motion on this, right? This is just a.
That's really handy, by the way, in the minutes to have when the inter-fund transfers where you have it scripted out, exactly what it's for and why.
I know, I've been trying to find information on that in the old minutes. So this is for me, 5, 10, 20 years from now.
Right,
Yeah,
good,
well,
yes.
no, it's great, because
somebody's
questions come up
asking
about why money was transferred where and when and.
Yep. Alright, the new town center sign policy, it looks like it's been all cleaned up and is ready for signature. Anybody want to look or discuss, or
Can I just look at it real quick?
of course you
Please.
can,
But this is everything we said last time.
it is.
Prior approval.
You're here for that.
Is there a way to get an abbreviated version of this that I could put in the newsletter, or shall I just summarize? Or would you like to summarize? Or should I just direct people to this where it's posted?
I'll put it up on the website in the
Okay.
news section.
Yep.
And so in the newsletter, you could just direct people to the website.
Okay, cause I think the big question would be, if I wanna put in a sign in the center, who do I ask?
That'll be part of the post, so that question is,
Perfect,
and attached is the form that people would fill out.
Yeah.
It's just redone a little bit from the old one, and then also attached is the facilities use agreement, which I updated to refer to the sign policy.
okay.
Lisa, did you have a comment then before?
Oh, I have a bunch.
Okay, when would you like to comment?
Oh, whenever you're ready for me, I'm not gonna interrupt your
Now is as good a time as any.
Okay, item number 3, when it references town-owned land, does that mean this policy does not pertain to the church or the store because they're privately owned property? Or is the governance over the historic district? We need clarification about that.
So I don't think we have any jurisdiction beyond town-owned land,
Okay,
Other than zoning.
other than zoning, right?
Right.
But,
okay,
And we had, actually in here somewhere, doesn't it, it says what, it has a description town-owned land includes the green, the cemetery, Elkins Memorial, town offices, town hall and library. It
Right,
doesn't
but
say.
that's another line item, so I'm asking for number 3 clarification to say, I'm just saying that does not pertain to church or store-owned property because it's private.
I would assume that this D description goes with that,
Okay.
Hmm.
Alright,
wouldn't we?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's in the,
Town
this is
owned
the
land.
town-owned land, and here town-owned land is defined.
okay.
Yeah.
So in number 4, A, all signs placed on town-owned land in the town center require prior approval by the Board of Selectmen. Are you vetting every sign that goes up?
I think that's been our policy for years, Lisa. So this is not anything new.
No one has ever from the town asked anybody from the fair about any of its signage. So,
Say they've probably been okay then,
okay,
yeah.
alright, it's just because this is coming out, people are asking questions and I want, if I'm asked questions, I wanna be able to refer them to who should answer the question or have the answer. So,
Well, I would assume at some point, though, I hadn't thought about it, like you'd think like the fair banner on the Elkins Memorial Hill.
that was the next thing to
I mean,
ask
at some point, somebody must have come in and said, can we put up a banner there? I mean, it's not
Hmm.
while I was select board, so I
Yeah.
don't know, but
Yeah, and we're not looking to change long-standing practices here.
Okay,
But what if, playing devil's advocate, I'm sure we have a folder of approved signage in that, if it's not, should we encourage the fair committee to get approval, just so they're in compliance?
Probably, we have a file somewhere, I would think, maybe. I don't know.
how about we start one?
Yeah.
would you like
I
to
have
hear?
your-
start with.
I have one, there's like 2 things in it.
Yeah.
Nobody has ever actually filled out
It-
the forms.
It was typically
Yeah,
done at a selectmen's meeting, somebody would come in and say, hey, I wanna put a sign up for this, and the selectmen say, okay, sounds great.
Yeah.
If there was a sign that the selectmen, the board of selectmen at the time didn't feel was in keeping with the sign policy, that they would address it with the people that
Yeah.
put the sign up.
Yeah.
It was
And
never
that's
really
what-
a
yeah.
formal
Yeah, this is
process.
not new, Lisa,
This is really formalizing
yeah, this
something
is,
that's been.
yeah,
So fair to say, sorry.
no pun
Fair
intended.
to say the fair signage is grandfathered?
I would
There's
say,
nothing new coming up.
yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
no,
And I'm not actually
Yeah.
asking this question because of the fair, I'm asking it because of the recreation department concerns about concerts.
And where
Because that's new, that's a couple of years old, they were worried about, there is worry about signage for concerts.
okay, let's address one topic at a time, you're here for the fair.
Oh, I'm here for everything.
Okay, but let's talk about the fair first.
are you on the recreation committee before? Just
No,
checking,
I'm a
just
citizen.
checking to make sure if you
No,
volunteered for
it's
something
the
else.
Friends of the center,
No, I know,
Gotcha.
yeah,
But-
it's not the rec department.
No.
Okay. Alright, so let's stick with the fair for this line of
Okay.
questioning then.
Yeah.
What else you got?
The fair banner, does that come under the,
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, and then H talks about a maximum of 6 signs. What is that in reference to?
so if you look, I would assume, what the discussion was, not I assume, I know, you come up the hill from Kimball Pond, you're looking at the edge of the green, and, you know, all of a sudden there could easily be 10 signs there, well, then you can't see the green, you can't see the memorial, can't see anything, so the maximum was 6. And now, in the entirety of the center, so we also, I mean, also in J, if, you know, if there's, we could make an exception. What are you, why are you worried about 6?
I'm not well, I'm just not understanding a maximum of 6 signs. I don't understand, we don't, whoever asked the question wanted to know where did a limit of 6 signs come from, and were those references made because somebody put too many of one kind of sign out, or too many signs about one event, or what is the 6?
We just don't want the center of town to be a billboard. We wanna be able to advertise businesses, but we don't want it to be a catch-all for stuff.
Okay,
So
so
by
like a
limiting it-
cluster of signage around the Veterans Monument, you mean, like if there were blueberries in season, or there were events coming up?
But there could easily be 4 signs there for Harry's Apples and the
Yeah.
farm stand and the farmer's market and the whatever, but I mean, 6 just seemed like a reasonable number not to start cluttering up the center with a ton of signs.
And what we're looking to not have to look at is duct cleaning signs or window replacement signs, that type of thing.
Okay,
And that's exactly what spurred this discussion originally,
okay, I
was
wish the backup singers were here, 'cause
They can read the minutes, cause Cal takes excellent minutes, it'll all be in them.
yeah, alright, that's all I got,
okay,
I'm happy as a clam,
alright,
Thank you.
thanks, Lisa.
thank you.
You're welcome. So I think, then this is fine.
Do we need a motion or we sign it?
I think you guys accepted it
Yep,
last
we
time.
did.
So you don't need a motion,
Alright.
this is just the signing of the clean copy that you approved last time.
Can that, I hate to ask even, can that get posted before the newsletter goes out? So I can put it in there and people will look for it?
I can post it tomorrow.
Thank you, kind. I would appreciate it. I realize that is like incredibly low fruit on your list of to do for tomorrow. That's it.
Thank you. And I'll give that to you. Alright, next on our agenda is the conflict of interest policy, which I think Cal did the same thing with this as with the center policy, just cleaned up the language. Anybody wanna look at it before we sign?
If all the changes are what we discussed last time, I do not.
You didn't have any changes?
We did,
It was just.
oh no, we just had the one discussion about the thing to take out, we decided not to, so
Yes.
so I'm fine with that.
Right. Go. Alright, next is the record retention policy. And Cal, my memory is we didn't make any changes, we just reviewed this and talked about signing it tonight, so. Does anybody have anything on that?
No. We got new colored things. Yes. Excuse me. Yes, sir.
Good job, thank you. Alright, next is the revision to the fee schedule. Which I was able to look at. Assuming everybody's had a chance to look at it and was okay with it.
Yes. It's an impressive list of fees.
Yes, it is. Alright, next is a application for a veteran's tax credit for tax map 267 lot 30. It looks to me to be a complete application including a DD 214. And it looks like we need to sign in 2 places. Go.
We have 4 applications?
Yes. Next is another veteran's tax credit for tax map 252 lot 2.
How many do we usually get?
I was just wondering if they're all coming out of the woodwork now.
Yeah.
These are all re-applications since the ordinance changed.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
As a result of the change.
I've heard a number of people coming in talking maybe about
How come you didn't have to reapply if you were not up for reapproval? That might be something that we need to get out, so people don't not get it if they didn't reapply under the assumption that they had it.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
I'll make it a. Ken's also.
Okay. I could,
Newsletter.
newsletter's going to, starting this week, so.
Because they're due by April, end of April. 30th. Yeah, that's
Oh.
what we, like, to get them applied.
That doesn't help then.
I can
No.
put it in
In the-
the email and
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
put it on the website
Okay,
and
should we put it on the
Facebook,
face page, yeah,
I'll put it on the face page.
Facebook.
yeah, 'cause you only got what, a week, 2 weeks, what's today, the 20th?
Yes.
10 days.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Good idea.
These are new.
That's good.
Actually, just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I'll move
Start that
on with,
one?
yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say, so another veterans tax credit, tax map 216 lot 8. Alright, I'm gonna start this one just so we can move along. This is
Okay.
another veterans tax credit for map 204 lot 6.
Start a veterans weekend day. Oh.
So we didn't update these forms on either. State level is higher, that's a different number now. So you might wanna think about that.
I will,
Not that it matters, I don't think it matters, it's the same form, but it's been updated since last year's change.
Thank you.
Are those our forms or those forms from the state?
So it's a state form. That's the blanket form.
Alright, next is a timber tax form for tax map 205 lot 3. And that looks like just one place to sign.
We officially municipal assessing official?
Today.
You sign that, you?
Thank you. Alright, and finally is an appointment slip for the position of library trustee for a one-year term for Rick Crockford.
He was left off the ballot by mistake,
Oh, okay.
so the selectmen, you have the ability to appoint him for 1 year.
Okay.
And he will run for re-election.
So what about the other lady who ran and got votes?
Jen Lebersky?
I think they're making her an alternate.
I mean, I'm assuming this came through from the library so that, yeah. I know, Rachel's been talking with Jen, so.
Alright, that is the end of our things to sign. So that brings us to previous minutes approval from the April 6th, 2026 meeting. Cal, do you have anything from anybody? You do.
Just a couple, clarifying that Sanborn Mills Farm is, of Loudon, New Hampshire. I put place, map XX lot XX on the yield tax levy. I didn't actually find out, I forgot to look at that, so I'm just gonna remove that. It
Okay.
still has the amount, so we would be able to identify exactly which paperwork it's for, if we needed to know.
Yep.
There's a couple of grammatical ones, and then the last one is I put a little question mark placeholder for the hearing that was mentioned,
Yeah.
and so the hearing was Jesse Crowell, the Town of Canterbury, hearing for dismissal on 5-4. So that's it.
Alright, anybody have anything else in the minutes?
Nope.
Alright, then I'll move them as amended.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye. The minutes as always,
Yes.
the more I have to take minutes, the more I appreciate
Yeah.
the minutes you take.
Alright, select board representative reports. I guess I'll start off if nobody minds.
Nope, you go right ahead.
So the tricentennial committee continues to meet and we talked a little bit about it. There are many things in the works. The challenge coins came in last week, so
Yes.
those are available for purchase. Have you looked at one in person?
I haven't, but where do I go to, I couldn't quite tell where to purchase.
Erin has them, I
Oh,
turned them
okay.
all over to her,
Okay.
so
But anybody from town who wants to purchase them, how are they selling
I
them?
think they can also mail them out if need be, but people here in town, I'm certain they'll be setting up booths where they can and maybe in the library as well for delivery.
I'll see, I'm sure it'll come, I haven't seen the
Yeah.
tricentennial news yet for this month, so.
Right.
Um,
And other than that, as you know, work on the movie is underway, so I look forward to seeing it. So it should be very interesting.
the quilters are going great guns too,
I
in
saw
case you wanna know,
that,
yes.
actually, yep, I saw the quilters are, and which is great, so I look forward to seeing that as well.
Yeah, it's pretty astonishing,
Yeah,
it's gonna be huge.
I saw that actually on the one photo, so it should be fun project. So, alright, that's all really I've got on tricentennial.
Okay, I don't have I'm gonna have to mose around here for a little bit.
Mhm.
Conservation Commission, again, just continues to chug along, looking at wetland permits. They're up to date on knowing that they need to come to the right to know training and attend the All Lands Board meeting, and I think they have a land use boards, they've got a couple of things that they wanna talk about, so I think that'll be a good meeting of the minds.
Do you know what they wanna talk about? Cause nobody sent that to me for the agenda.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I do, but I won't speak to the totality of it, but if you want, I will make sure that Kelly Shorts gets in touch with you.
Yeah, I'd like
Because
to
it did
send
come
out
up
the
with-
agenda tomorrow.
Okay, ask Kelly tonight. I mean, they know that you're doing it, so because that's when I was texting you emailing you in the middle of the meeting saying who's putting the agenda together, I'm figuring it was you. They continue to have a number of conservation projects that they want to reach out to landowners, and they've had some pretty good response, which is nice.
Yeah.
Work parties are set up. They still need to. This was something that I actually meant to mention to John, which I think would be helpful to talk to the Conservation Commission about, because there are methods to mechanically remove like bittersweet and knotweed, and I think they're investigating, I mean, there's somebody who's developed a machine of some sort that can dig it out. And I don't know how you do that with knotweed without spreading it, but they're investigating it. So I think at some point I will mention to them that they need to, whatever they find out, share with John. Energy Committee, I have to find my agenda, excuse me. Oh, they've got a new possibility of somebody to join the Energy Committee, which is great news. This is New Hampshire Energy Week is coming up, so they're gonna be doing some advertising about that. They still wanna talk about C-Pacer. And they reminded everybody there's an April 23rd Zoom, that I'm going to be attending to, I just wanna find out more about what they're saying about C-Pacer. Jeremy Whaley went and, presented on, Senate Bill 538. And they were pleased that he did that. And attended the municipal building audit with Ken, which was great to have him there, and he had a couple of follow-up questions on that. Beth McGuinn and I attended the battery storage workshop, last week. There's not much news coming out about what New Hampshire can do as far as battery storage, but, we did talk, Ken got an email from, Sarah Brock of New Hampshire, Saves, and there are some new, rebates that are coming out from Unitil that may or may not help us with some of the work that they will be doing up at that they might be doing up at the municipal center. So, but she was very forthcoming about, they've got all this stuff, and so I think she'll help us find something if we can find money. And they're gonna be doing a roundtable on energy saving tips. They're busy, it'll be nice, it's nice that they've got new members, and they're looking forward to doing a lot of outreach, so that's good. And brings us to community power. So we had the listening session.
Yep.
That was the big topic for our last meeting, was going over about the listening session. They've got who's the new chairman was just elected at community power?
I don't know his name, I can't remember right off the top of my head.
They've got a new chairman.
Okay.
And, it was really good at the end of the community power listening session, because they're really gonna help try and get the word out about people selling their RECs if they've got solar,
Yeah,
so.
yeah, cause I think several people are aware of that, so.
I know I wasn't, and I don't believe that many of the people who did solarize Canterbury were aware, so they're going to be,
Yeah.
I think I'm the test case, so I'm gonna figure
Good.
out the process
Yeah.
for selling RECs,
Cool.
and then see if we can advertise that.
Yeah.
And then just talking, again, it'll be the standard whenever the rate setting comes up.
Mm-hmm.
They wanna do more listening sessions, and then our next meeting, it's will be starting an hour early, and anybody who wants to come and bring their bills like they did at the
Yep.
listening session can come, and we'll help them. Or I shouldn't say we, the committee will help. It's gonna be Fred and Beth, help them
Yeah.
understand their bills.
Yeah, good.
So they're, for a committee that doesn't have a lot of members and seem to have a very focused task, I think they're doing a lot, so both those committees are chugging along.
Good.
We could use more members on both of them if anybody's listening.
Always. Alright, that it?
That's it.
Alright, Calvin?
Alright, rec committee, nothing. Ag committee, still hibernating until tomorrow.
Okay.
HDC, last week, we had a meeting and we approved 3 projects at the Shaker Village. The meeting house repairs, East House repairs, the Brethren Shop repairs. Brethren Shop, I think, is a door, bathroom door. That's pretty much it. There was a pre-conceptual for ADA granite ramp for the church. Not much going on other than that.
Did they show up with the
Oh yeah,
the church building?
they did. That was actually very well presented.
Yes.
And then, planning board, they elected this year's new, cause I don't think we've had an update since they got new chair. So Brendan's still the chair, Megan's the vice chair. And there was a pre-conceptual, I guess, for the Aberton property, an idea for how that would go. We'll see if it follows through. Other than that, the goal, short-term and long-term, is to figure out the cluster subdivision ordinance, so the reworking of that, incentives, zone district, all that stuff. So that's been the ongoing topic, and we'll work on that next meeting as well.
Yep, that's good, because the year will fly by, so.
Yeah, and I believe they're also aware of the meeting Thursday night, we'll see how many people can make it, so.
Very good.
How many, are they good for members on HCC? Cause wasn't there an issue with people who had to recuse?
There's so many now, I'm gonna recuse myself.
Oh, really? Are there? Did you get more?
No, who's on it? Jesse's on it, Ted, Ann, who else? 2, 3, me, Vanessa, there's a lot,
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah.
They went from nobody to
okay,
full house.
good.
They have to, because they'll have to recuse themselves because everybody works in the HDC, so.
Right.
It's nice because there's enough people now that it's
Okay,
not two
good.
people deciding.
And you'll have a full house for the Ag Commission tomorrow night? Do you know what the topics, do you have an agenda yet?
No, I'm not ever included in the emails, so
Why?
I don't look like an ag guy, I don't know.
Would you like to be?
I get everything from Cal. I'm not privy to the Ag Commission email chain, so I think tomorrow they're just going over, if I looked at the agenda, pretty much the same stuff they went over last year, deciding what's a farm, who's not a farm. There's gonna be a presentation from the extension. And I think they're just figuring out their God, I can't even think right now, I'm brain dead. Who's up and who's not,
Okay.
appointments,
Okay.
there we go.
Oh, yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, they're pretty straightforward. I don't know when they intend on meeting again. I think last year they met in April, then not again until September, October. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think they should meet more frequently? Should we try to meet quarterly or let them run what they
I
want?
don't know, I guess I really need to look more closely at what the Ag Commission's mission is. If they're, if they have work to do
I think that needs to
and
be
they're only
defined.
meeting once a year.
Yeah.
And why do we, I guess my bigger question would be, why do we have an Ag Commission if they meet once a year and then aren't a big presence?
I think that was brought up last year in whenever our fall meeting was, October, I believe,
Yeah.
sort of what is the mission, what are we
Weren't
trying to
they
achieve?
dormant for a long time, that's what I
Yeah.
thought, and fairly recently, they, yeah.
I think like I looked back minutes, they only had one meeting in 23, and then there was a handful in 24 and 25, and last year they kinda only had 2 or 3.
Yeah,
So they peaked back up in 24 and then
yeah,
going back in the closet, hiding behind the shrubs again.
yeah,
So it's just a matter
The
of.
corn.
Yeah, the corn, it's just trying to determine, are they an advocacy group, are they, what are we, what are we
Yeah.
trying to achieve by this, so.
yeah.
Question, are they involved in the tricentennial celebration?
Oh yes, they are, 300 trees, I've got 100 of the walnuts in my backyard right now.
Yeah. Oh, if you've got walnuts,
I've
you're
got a
doing better
pile.
than everybody,
I haven't checked on them yet, but.
Yeah,
No, they're working with the school to do 300 trees to give out to the kids, and I think Mark was up there a couple weeks ago helping the kindergartners start planting them.
yeah, he was,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get
And
the updates from the kids, so.
yeah, none of our walnuts came up, only the sugar maples.
I haven't even checked on mine yet,
Yeah.
I'm probably not optimistic, cause you have to plant them a certain way, you gotta
Correct.
orient the nut.
Yep.
Yeah.
What?
So, and there's
Yeah,
been
you gotta
floor
orient it a
tests as
certain
well,
way. so
And if
that
you
way-
don't, it won't,
it won't,
Yeah,
won't
you gotta
work.
tell the squirrels when they bury them, you gotta put them a certain
Yeah.
way or they don't fall in the
Exactly.
trees.
Alright, anything else?
Nope.
Okay, that was a good thing to end on.
Yeah.
Alright, new business? Anything?
I have one thing.
Touch your mic?
The CD on the fire truck bond
Yep.
matured, and we transferred it back into our general account, so we could pay for the fire truck when it comes in next month,
Yeah.
or in May, June, whatever.
Hopefully, yeah.
In 2 months, we're in almost $2,600 on it,
That's great.
in interest.
Yeah,
alright, yay, thank you.
every little bit helps. Alright, anybody got new business?
No, I was just looking at the Ag Commission, there's no mission statement.
We're working on it,
Mhm.
Oh, alright, just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing one,
Work in progress.
I'll bring it up tomorrow.
okay.
Yeah. Alright, on to old business, replacement tree at Sam Lake House Garage.
So the weather has
Hmm.
had turned, it turned once again.
Right,
But I think we should start thinking about what you want to plant up there.
yeah, Yeah.
So I have that list that Kevin Bragg gave us.
Yeah.
I can get it back out to you guys,
please,
so you can look at it. He had a couple of recommendations.
Yep.
So let me know, I'll get it out to you and let me know your thoughts, and then we'll
Yeah.
figure out what we're
I
gonna do.
think this is planting season.
Should we put a willow in so it doesn't flood the basement anymore?
I think it'll take multiple.
No.
Alright, next item, energy audit for municipal building update.
Yes, so I attended the audit, we did a walkthrough. I think it was 2.5, 3 hours.
Wow.
They actually looked at, there was a representative from
Turn cycle,
energy auditors. And he brought 3 technicians from AJ LeBlanc Heating and Cooling down in Manchester. They looked at all the ceiling units in the office spaces. Then looked at the high bays. They were very impressed with the new waste oil burner.
Good.
Thought that was gonna make a big difference there. I haven't gotten a report from them, he said it'd be probably 2 to 3 weeks before we got a report from them.
Yeah.
We talked a lot about the propane bill and the whole building itself. And I think they mentioned that it may be more efficient to install mini splits up there than continue with the propane with the ceiling units, so.
Jeremy was saying they did a lot about the airflow and the strange corners and the.
Yeah, the ductwork, we got the blueprints out and they looked at the ductwork. They went up in the drop ceiling and looked at ductwork up there, trying to figure out, because particularly like in the police station, if you go in the administrative assistant's lobby area, it's very warm. And you go in the police chief's office and it's very cold. And so they're trying to figure out ductwork and they didn't have a lot of positive comments on the systems that have been installed up there. They kept asking, how old is this building? How old is this building? It's only 20 years old. Okay. So they're gonna send us a report anyway.
Okay.
They did think some fans in the high bays would be helpful.
The energy committee was very pleased to hear that they like the fans in the high bay.
I did explain that any suggestions on energy improvements should come with a cost or estimate and payback.
Yep.
They also identified that in I think 4 of the infrared tube heaters on the fire department high bays.
Yep.
That there was vinyl flex joints installed where it goes out of the building. And they identified 4 of them that had holes in them. So we were putting carbon monoxide back into the building. And I said, well, that's why we haven't fixed the grommets, the large door
So, yeah.
things, so because there's a lot of air
Right.
flow through.
Yeah.
So that's why
Wasn't there something about they were kind of pipe here, connector thing
that
and
was another question on the installation was the height of the infrared tube was here and the exhaust out the side of the building was here. And so they had to do a 90, then another 90, but then they didn't line up horizontally, so that's why they had to use a flex duct and vinyl flex duct in that hole.
You've never used a laser level before?
It certainly existed 20 years ago, so.
I,
What's the building sided with?
pardon me?
What's the building sided with?
It's the metal
Yeah,
building.
it's like
All metal, so you can't even, without replacing the whole panel, you can't even fix it.
Yeah, unless you put some kind of funky patch on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so. And it's only like, an inch or two, but still, doesn't line up, so then you have to put some kind of flex joint in there.
Or drill a bigger hole and put a bigger piece of diamond.
well,
There you go, always thinking outside the box.
Yeah, so we'll see what the report says and go from there.
Yeah.
and that Was there a charge for that audit? That's what we were originally trying to figure
was
out.
not.
There was not.
That's what I was told.
Okay.
I did mention that more than once
I'm sure you did.
before we even went up there. So, we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been surprised before, haven't we?
Well, maybe the coming out and looking at things didn't cost anything, but the report will be
Right.
very.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Alright, Sam Lake House garage update.
Yes, if you notice, there's a lift up there, he's painting it. It's all cleaned up inside, we're gonna sweep a little bit. I went in last week with Sam, Cal, and Mary and looked at the floor, took some measurements. We're hoping, depending on the weather and our schedule at the office, we'll start moving things in the next few weeks. We have to put the cage in that Sam has for the, all the election stuff. So that has to be assembled and bolted to the floor, and the contractor's gonna do that, so.
Oh, that's going in there. Okay, good.
So I think, in the next few weeks, we should be looking at some movement on that. And I have a, floor plan from Joel and Michelle on what they would like that space to look like once all those files are out there.
Good.
They're looking at potentially some renovations to the building, for customer service, more or less. Maybe, where the entrance door is into the back section of the office, maybe some kind of small door with a counter similar to what Mandy has.
Yeah.
So when the customers come in, they don't have to come through the locked door and then back into that office space.
Gotcha.
So, but we'll look at that.
Yeah. Okay. Alright,
It would go in where?
When you walk into the door, the interior door that has the combination lock on it.
Yeah.
So before you get to that, right on the left-hand side,
Oh, alright.
there's a
Take out
section
like
of
the
the wall.
shelf and,
We could take a section of the wall out, put a counter.
got it.
With a locking
Sliding window.
window or
So
something.
you'd access it just from that
So
lobby.
you would access from the lobby,
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
potentially.
Yeah.
Looking at different ideas.
Okay.
Would that change what you could store in that room?
No,
If it was a window, you could break the window and.
Also
It's-
break the outside
Yeah,
window.
true, I guess,
yeah, there's exterior windows and doors, so it's not.
and there's
I
an
mean,
alarm.
and there's alarms and
And there's-
cameras all over
there's
the
alarms.
Well,
place.
I didn't know if it changed what you could store in that room, if there was
No,
entry points or, okay.
Alright, annual audit update.
the audit, the field work was completed. We have, I would say all the work from the town, all the questions from the town have been answered. The auditors will be working on it. If they have further questions, they'll contact us, but the majority of it is all done. We would expect that sometime in August. It takes a while to put it all together.
Alright, the last item that we have anyway on the agenda is the wastewater agreement update.
Yes, so Scott and I met last week with the representatives from the market and today with representatives from the church to talk about the wastewater agreement. And I think both times went fairly smooth.
Yeah.
We're with the market, we left it, they're supposed to come back to us with some answers on what they're proposing for the store to have in it, to determine whether they can expand or not. And the church, which is really the parish house,
Right.
we had some questions. There had been a couple of changes, some minor changes with their operations there. We went through those. I think we're all more or less on the same page on that.
Was it good?
So
both meetings.
I think once we hear back from the market, we'll update the agreement and send it out to all parties for review and then hopefully have some signatures.
Okay. Is that like in a couple of weeks
I
or
don't know,
sooner?
I don't know what the schedule's gonna be.
Soon as
Jim's
we
coming
can.
back on Wednesday.
Who is Jim?
Jim Moore is coming back tomorrow.
Okay.
Wednesday, day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
I'll
right.
look the list.
Anybody else? Or anything else?
The only thing I have are reminders. We have a busy week ahead of us.
Yes, yes,
Yes, we do.
make sure I have everything on here.
On the 22nd is the local officials workshop here for anybody that wants to join us, any town officials,
Also Earth Day. What time does that start?
9.
9 o'clock. On the 23rd is the land use board combined meeting.
Yeah.
On the 24th, again, is the cleanup down in the center at 9 o'clock. And on the 25th is the pancake breakfast.
Yep.
That's it. I did notice that, I'm guessing that the developers down at exit 18 got their alteration of terrain permit
I
because
went by there the other day.
terrain is being altered.
It's totally being altered, yes it is.
A lot of work going on.
They're not, now that everything's approved, they're not wasting any time, which is great. Though I haven't seen much movement across the street at the,
It's 'cause they,
There is a lot of movement across the street.
oh, is there all of a sudden?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Good.
they're, all the new tanks are in.
Oh, good, good.
They've got the wiring. I went last week with Joel, he did an inspection for the wiring for the pumps. That's all done, they're finishing that up. It's a different electrician that's doing the work, it's gonna be doing work inside. So all the outside work is progressing. Joel hasn't really heard anything for the inside work.
And is there any sense yet what they're doing with the building? Are they keeping that building as is and just
There's
hopefully?
been no notice of any changes
Yeah.
whatsoever. So we would guess that they're not gonna do anything different.
Except make it look like the building's not falling down, that would be good.
Right, right. Lisa?
The zoning board is meeting Wednesday to discuss a request from GRJH Inc., which is the company, to relocate their big sign, their big Gulf sign, from, if you're facing the building from the right side on the Sunset Mountain
Yep.
side of the building to the corner of the highway entrance, still on the property. And Joel has reviewed that request, looked at it, gone out and driven around, and it will not impair line of vision for driving. So he's given it an okay, go ahead, but we're meeting Wednesday night to decide whether or not it constitutes another hearing, so.
Yeah.
Stand by for liftoff.
Yeah. I don't remember, was that sign lit?
yeah,
Yeah. Been enough years.
The only other thing is I sent the notes on the profits and loss.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was gonna mention that, thank you.
I think it bears your attention just to look at some of those expenses.
Yeah.
Certainly we hear and we're already feeling a pinch on a few
Yes,
things.
we are.
are we meeting before the next meeting to discuss the police, or is that independently, just bring it to the meeting?
I certainly,
Cause I asked that too.
yeah,
I'm
if
just trying to
you guys
figure out
wanna
my
get together,
schedule.
then let's. Yeah,
I think it might be more productive if we met.
I'm glad you brought that up too, cause I'd appreciate it only because you have more of a sense of how a police department works.
Mm.
And I'm not sure I do.
Yeah.
And I don't wanna leave out anything from my thought process. I mean, I don't think we'd need any more than an hour.
okay. So how much time do you want between tonight and the meeting?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, next week works a lot better for me with
Okay.
spring break, cause
So, yeah.
we don't practice the same time, so I'm a little bit
So
more
let's look at
flexible.
next week.
If not, I can do the week after, but
Do you wanna do it during the day?
it's whatever's easier for you guys, I can, as long as I'm a couple days ahead, I can make it work.
Yep.
4 AM work for you?
Yeah, I prefer, one person there works for. The only day next week that's out for me is the 28th. That's it. I can do any other day besides the 28th.
Friday, I gotta be at Swan Lake for a job, but I have to be up there for 11. So that's 20,
Do
That's
you
the
wanna keep it
31st.
at Monday? Cause we usually meet on Mondays?
the 27th? My week off? No, I'm right. What's the day? 20th?
20th,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the 27th. Or anytime that, well, or the
Yeah.
30th.
Doesn't matter to me as long as it's not Friday.
Alright, so let's, why not shoot for the 27th?
27th?
Yeah.
Alright. You wanna, I don't have anything, that worries me, but there's nothing written on that day
Right.
at all.
So
So
what,
what time of day is better for anybody?
I'm up at 4, so whatever works for you guys.
Ken, what's your schedule like on Monday? That Monday, do you know?
I'm here at 7.
Oh, alright.
Ron, you wanna get 8, 9, somewhere in there?
Sure.
8:30.
8:30, alright, 8:30 it is. So we can notice it and,
We have enough time, yeah, we have enough time.
oh yeah, way more than
Yep.
enough time.
Thank you, I know I'd appreciate it, thanks for
Yeah.
bringing that up, Colin.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that, this is a select board discussion.
Police chief is on vacation next week, so
Okay.
he's
So, there we go.
Do we need them or does it matter?
I think if we have any questions that we come up with next Monday, we can email him so that when he gets back, he'll be waiting.
Sure, that's just what he wants when he gets on.
Welcome back. Alright, 8:30 a.m.
It's the job.
Yep, it is the job, you're absolutely right. Alright, Monday, 20.
Oh, and just so you know, speaking of the job, it was great cutting the ribbon at Brookford Farm on Saturday.
I knew
You missed a
enjoyed it.
good day.
Yeah, you could have been out on the lacrosse field all day and then all day Sunday.
I came skittering in at 1:09 on 2 wheels, but other than that,
Hey, it's perfect, you're on their own clock.
it was a good day. There was 1,000, I shouldn't say that. There were probably 200 families there with their toddlers feeding little bags of nibbles to the cows and
Oh, baby sheep, goats.
it was a very good
Cool.
event. And the store is beautiful.
Good, yeah, I gotta get down to see it. Alright, last call for anything.
Nope, I'm just putting that date in my phone. and
Cool,
then
Ken or
I'll
Cal, anything? Alright, I'll make a motion to adjourn then.
Thank you, I will second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned.
Alrighty, Tuesday the 27th.